What's going on, guys? Today we have some interesting things going on. More shard pulls. More shard pulls. We all love some shard pulls. Let me see real quickly if I can pull up a little breakdown that I did on how many ancient shards it's going to cost me. Sorry if you guys hear that in the background. Closing some opera tabs, and for some reason it is a little bit loud now sometimes. So here we go. We have the shard breakdown. It's going to cost about 103 ancient shards during this 2x event if I want to go ahead, which I do want to go ahead and finish out the champion chase tournament and pick up the 100 lilies. Now, the relics from this event, I don't think are insane. I haven't actually looked. I don't remember what they are. Okay, yeah, the Forge Pass ones are amazing. We have some good ones here. I definitely would like a chance at the mythical ones, but even these two would be cool. The mask is one we can't get already from the event. The Smart Fella Titan event, we do get a chance at the last laugh. If you get to that point in the tournament or the Titan event overall, you will get a guaranteed last laugh amulet, which is pretty cool. Now, since I am going for this Titan event, I do need to do the champion chase tournament. Picking up the 5,500 here, I will have already gotten the 125 pizza points. So if you just want to go for that, hit the 4,200 and you can see how many points you would need. How many for 4,200 points? And here we go. ChatGPT should spit out a number in just a moment. I've been liking ChatGPT for math over Claude. So 78 ancient shards during this event. You could pick up some 125 plus 75, so 200 pizza points and be on your way to picking up eventually the 5-star soul for Donatello. And I think you guys will want that if possible. Go for the 3-star. You could buy the 4-star in the shop if you really needed. The 5-star soul I think is going to be really nice though, because 5-star is when you actually get into the next break point for the effectiveness of the blessing you choose. So 3-star, then 5-star. We don't really need accuracy or resistance for Donatello, but the 5-star extra benefits, whichever blessing you decide to go, will be nice. Now, what I'll be pulling today is 1 remnant crystal, as well as about 100 ancient shards. First up, let's go ahead and claim this chest, pick up a 6-star Carnage Soul. Didn't get that, but we did get a few Eternal Soul Essence. That's pretty cool. Let's go pull this Remnant Crystal as well real fast. Pick up a Mythical Champion, a Galathier. I wouldn't mind it. Oh, it's just a legendary. Sorry, not a legendary champion. Just a Epic Void Champion, which the chances are Epic, Void, Mythical. I've gotten a lot of Void Epics. I just really want this Mythical to hit. The 24 times without a Mythical Champion, then you get a boost of 1%, which is really bad, to be honest. I will get another one tomorrow, so we'll see how my luck hits then. I probably won't pull it on a video or anything. But I got 107 ancient shards. Real quickly, I want to mention, if you do plan to purchase anything today or this weekend, Aptoide is going to be doing an extra 10% off in Raid Shadow Legends. Sorry, not 10% off, 10% cashback. So if you're level 1, essentially, if you made a $100 purchase, you're level 1, you use the 5% base cashback. You use my code for an extra 5% cash back, and I also get 5% of your purchase, which massively appreciate if you guys do that, and then also 10% back. So you essentially get $20 back from your $100 spent. Now, it's not going back to your card. It's going to be sent to a Aptoide wallet where you can spend it on purchases in-game in the future, but you can't cash out. So I just want to let you guys know you're not getting money back in that sense like you would for like a credit card or something. But if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link to the video explaining how you download it down below, as well as my Discord channel where you can see my code as well as some other codes in case you run out of uses. Now, that first pull, we had some really good luck, actually. Let's go ahead and switch this over to Reserve Vault. If you select this option, all champion summon will be sent to the Reserve Vault, exactly where I want them to be. Now, if you, I forgot what I was going to say before that. Either way, the first pull was actually really good. A lot of epic champions. I'd be surprised if I had a legendary, but maybe I do. I mean, 100 ancients, it's a 2x event plus a 10x for Raph, which, how are you guys feeling about the Ninja Turtle event? Are you guys going for the turtles? Have you pushed for any of them? Have you picked up prism crystals? Me personally, I did not buy any prism crystals. While having the turtles would be awesome, the amount of money you have to spend to pick up the turtles is pretty expensive. Oh, there we go, legendary. Ah, Sathalia. We'll see if we can use her anywhere, but we did pick up a legendary. That's pretty sweet. Maybe, just maybe, I could pick up an extra. Actually, we can see where my points are at because I've gotten some pretty good pulls so far. But the Leonardo's the one I really want, but the price that you'd have to pay to basically guarantee it is pretty expensive, and he is supposed to be well, supposedly going to be in an event in the future. So we could get him from that event if the leak a while back is accurate, which Plarium says it was wrong a little bit. So who knows how much is actually wrong, but I would like to pick him up. And I'm going to try any method of guaranteed picking up these champions that I can. But the last thing I want to do personally with my budget is gamble on the Prism Crystals, gamble on any of these shards, possibly come up empty-handed, and then be either out more money or out more resources during a future guaranteed event for these champions. So I want to play it smart, walk away with as many turtles as I can, but also they're not really going to be game-changing for me in any area. Donatello, I think, is the best one outside of Leonardo, and we got him for free from the Fusion. So I'm good there. I'm happy with him. I'm not going to go too hard for him. Yeah, it would be cool to pick up Leonardo and the other ones, have a sweet team for the arena. It's fun stuff. Leonardo's a monster, but just doesn't really make sense for me personally. The Prism Crystals, though, are the best time to actually pick up those champions. And if you didn't already have all the champions in that pool, maybe it would have been a decent purchase. Granted, you can't do any purchases now because they, for some reason, closed the Prism Crystal purchases on the final day of pulling. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. Also, with the Aptoide thing that I mentioned, make sure this is actually on before you do the purchases. It should be. It says in the Discord channel they have that it'll be on at 7 p.m., which for me, it's like 10 hours or so from now, I believe. So it's going to be later in the day. So you should still have the packs today if you wanted to get one, but just something to be mindful of. I mean, if you're going to spend, it is the only place that I would recommend, and it is the best time. You don't pick up the Saoirse stuff, so you don't get player and play points, but just something to keep in mind. But of course, never go over your budget. It's not going to be worth it because you'll probably just come empty-handed anyways. We got one legendary though, so I'm not completely empty-handed. Nothing else. I think I ended up opening more ancients than what I actually needed because I got carried away talking there and ended up opening a few more. Okay, so how close am I? Okay, actually, just barely over. Not too big of a deal. 8,900 is what the first place person is at. 7,500 for the book. That's tempting. How many books do I have right now? 7,500 is, okay, we have 5 books. Mythical tomes are hard to get. They are hard to get. We do have a decent chunk of this finished now. We have the 1-star soul for him. I'd say, actually, 1-star, 3-star, definitely worth going for. The 3-star, once again, is the other break point for the effectiveness being boosted. But if you're in a spot to be able to get all of this, go for whatever you can. Even if you don't plan to use these relics, it'd be nice if you wanted to even just use them for food. Now, I don't recommend using this for food, especially if you only have one of them. Let's go take a look at what that actually does to refresh my memory a little bit. So last laugh, where has a 30% chance, okay, delay effect when receiving fatal damage, 3-turn cooldown. It goes 30. If you take it to level 4, it's going to be 40, 50, 60, and then 80% at level 5. So a pretty good chance when receiving fatal damage. Now, delay, what it does is it saves the damage you're about to take, and then it applies to you your next turn. So you survive the damage, and I may need to test this on the test server, but what I believe would happen is if you're full turn meter and you take lethal damage, fatal damage, you'll actually survive that hit, assuming there was no extra hits following that up, and then the next turn you take, it'll do the damage to you. But to delay effect when receiving fatal damage, I assume it doesn't leave you at 1 HP. So if you're max HP and hit by an enemy Siegfried, it's going to delay that damage, and you're just not going to take any damage whatsoever until that next turn happens. So it's going to bank it up. So basically, you could have like an Odin in the team who threw up a block damage, and all of a sudden that damage shouldn't go through that block damage, and you should be protected. You could use it in times where maybe you have a champion who can cast a shield. I think it's a cool relic. The situations where you'd use this over like Aspect of Siroth, I'm not certain where, because Aspect of Siroth does very similar stuff, but you get your turn meter taken down to 0 and you stop the damage then. This is more of, you're going to get the damage, figure out a way to mitigate that, and you'll be fine. So, I don't know. Let me know where you guys are using it and how you're finding use in it if you've already pulled it. This one's pretty cool, though. The attack and accuracy is a nice stat combination there, but the wearer has a 15% chance of placing a Veil buff on themselves for 1 turn at the end of their turn. This is pretty cool for like Hydra. Lower chance of getting feared if you don't have a Veil champion on your team. Also, some champions have extra effects when they're under Veil, and Veil in general is just a nice debuff to have. And if you're running a Duchess, let's see. Duchess is going to reduce the damage you take anyways if you're under, actually just always. Cool. So, but Veil in general reduces your damage that you take, doesn't it? Why am I going blank on this OG buff? If you ever wonder about the buffs, just hit the little I button. Veil, yes, reduces the damage from AoE effects by 7.5% for Veil and then 15% for Perfect Veil. Just something to keep in mind there. So guys, thank you all very much for watching. Best of luck in this event if you decide to go for it. I don't blame you for saving your shards though if you want to do that for a potential upcoming Deck of Fate or Path event. Good luck guys. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.